Still going to make it x and y. So this is going to be rewritten as, yeah, is that okay? And then we'll now switch to x and y. All right. So let y equal x and x equal y. Go ahead and get that fold, right? That diagonal reflection going. And so x is equal to negative y minus 1. Okay, I want y isolated. So this is your algebraic steps of solving your inverse operation. Okay, do you guys remember the cross product property? You did it in your entire second semester of im2. Remember, you guys heard crisscross? Yeah? No? Okay, here's what I mean. Cross product property, CCP. CPP. Okay, so if I give you x and 2 and 5 and 7, do you guys remember you would multiply and you would write 7x is equal to 10 and then you would solve? Remember the cross product property? It's how you solve similarity, trig, dilations. Okay, that was all second semester last year. All right, the cross product property also states this. So look, if I really wanted to solve it then, I would divide by 7. Yes, and I would end up with x is equal to 10 over 7. Do you guys see that? Okay, so now look, ignore this step, so we're just going to cross it out. If you look at the original, without me crossing my multiplication, and you compare it here, and also this was, if you guys understood the cross product property, you guys would also shortcut. Do you notice what's 2 times 5? 10, right? And you guys see how I could technically kind of just keep the 7 there, right? So technically, you don't always have to multiply both diagonals. You can just multiply one of them, right? Okay, if I solve another one, so say I go 2, 5, 7, x, right? So say here. Okay, you cross product. Pay attention, this matters, okay, because I'm going to do something right now with over here. 2x times 5 times 7, and I get 2x is equal to 35. Yes? And I divide by 2, and I get x is equal to 35 halves. Okay, again, ignore the middle, look at the original, and look at your answer. Okay, now looking at the 35, look at the 2 and the x. What happened to it? From the original to the answer. It switched. So here's the 2, here's the x, and now here's my x and here's my 2. Okay, if you understand the cross product property, if you can multiply diagonally, you can switch or swap diagonally. And the reason why is, you're going to write 2 times x is 2x, but then you're going to have to take that coefficient and you're going to have to divide it out anyways. So that's switching, right? It's kind of like 2 steps in one. Okay, this was last year, all right? Okay, so bringing it back to number 2, I have the cross product property here. X over 1, negative 3 over y over 1. I can swap these two positions. And so I can get y minus 1 is equal to negative 3 over x. If you understand the cross product property, you can take shortcuts. Now, if you don't want to do that, okay, fine. So then what would you do? I write too much. Is the cross product property would tell you to multiply diagonally. So what is x? Y minus 1 is equal to negative 3. Okay, well, I want to isolate y. So this one's my problem. So I'm just going to divide out the x. And I get y minus 1 is equal to negative 3 over x. And so I'm right back to where I started. Remember, swapping diagonally is acceptable with the multiplication because you have to inverse operate that coefficient anyways. So you can multiply diagonally or you can swap or switch diagonally. You guys were supposed to practice this last year in IM2. Okay, so I'm moving forward. Okay, so now here we go. Y minus 1 is equal to negative 3 over x. Obviously, that negative 1 is now my problem, so what do I do with it?
Add 1.
Add 1, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this and cross that equal sign, and I'm going to add 1, correct? So y equal negative 3x adding 1 or plus 1. And that's it. You can't do anything else because we don't want the x to come up and have a negative 1 exponent, and that's it. And so if we were to graph it, right, so this is our, so let's write our original, and I'll go to Desmos right now. So the original is this. So what I'll type into Desmos is this. And then my inverse, oh, you can't see, sorry. And then the inverse, I keep wanting to write prime because in my IM2 classes we're doing reflections, rotations, translations. So I have that in my head. Okay, so we'll go to, I'll turn off the video, we'll go to Desmos, and I'm going to type these two in, and let's see if they are the inverse of each other, right? Oh, here, we'll make this an x. Let's see, negative 3, x minus 1, negative 3x plus 1, yeah. Right. Okay, go to Desmos. So, you know, you guys have your phones. Definitely always type into Desmos and see what you got is that fold over. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you guys are going to get your test back tomorrow. And then I'll cover that kind of after this, okay?